Hey guys, I just wanted to take a moment before we get into the prediction for gold. For all the new people, because we're growing really fast, I want to make sure everybody understands the purpose of this channel is much bigger than us just making profits. The purpose of this channel is to make sure that we're doing good we're paying a portion of this forward into the world. This channel will not be utilized for self-interest alone. It's fine to get rich, but you got to make sure while you're doing it that you're also helping other people. Some of this profit is going out there. So the rule of karma for the channel and the unwritten agreement for the channel, the use of this channel, is that 5% of the profits from the information on this channel should be donated back to the channel here on our resources tab. You can do it at PayPal or Cash App. And then 5% of the profits should be paid forward to one of these charities or a charity of your own choosing. These are some links to great charities. So that leaves you with 90% of the profits that you wouldn't have made without this information anyways. We're giving it away for free so that good people like yourself will go out into the world and pay it forward and make the world a better place. And that will perpetuate onward through infinity and make the world so much more better. And hey, you get rich while you're doing it. That's the channel, my friends. God bless. And here's the prediction for April's gold. This is the gold 1 month overview reading for the month of April 2023. It's currently March 11, 2023, 6:31 p.m. Eastern Time. The spot price of an ounce of gold at the time of this reading is currently $1,868.10 USD. And the shuffle file for the April reading of gold was created on February 24th, 2023 at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this file right here. The overall theme and behavior for the month of April, we have a rally along a diagonal trend line breaking through horizontal resistance to meet secondary resistance before pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. It's crossed with a rally into a key technical resistance level on a multi-day chart that we then decline from with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. It looks like we likely have two highs this month. Looks like there's a notable high there on the 12th or the 13th, and then we have another one around the 25th, 26th, most likely on the 26th. And then I'm picking up on another possible high there on the last day of the month with that Ace of Swords. It's possible as well, but pretty bullish. There is a low early in the month, and then there's another place where there might be a low or close to a low. So probably some like the combination of the Queen of Wands and the Strife card. There's probably like a mix kind of sideways thing going on here is what I'm picking up on. Guys, if you're interested in the gold reading, no growling, Hermes. We're gonna get into every single the chart behavior of every single day. And then trade opportunities. And if you have the paid version of the gold reading, then at the end of this video, you'll find out more about the trade opportunities that we see, the best trades for the month. The best way to go about getting that, guys, it really helps support the channel, is go to the website tarotfortraders.com, click on our Eso-Meta forecast under our services. Click here for your monthly forecast. Type in the ticker or the crypto that you're interested in, and subscribe. It's only going to be at $111 a month. There's like 3 more spots available at that price, and then it's getting raised. We'll never go back to that price. So good idea to get a hold of one of those sooner rather than later, and guarantee that readings like the gold reading or whatever ticker you choose gets put up every single month. Thank you to those of you that go ahead and do that, by the way. So we have resistance early in the day, or a prominent crest early in the day on the 1st. We sell from near overbought territory on our, not on our side, but we sell from near overbought territory down through multiple support levels. Then there's sideways rotation, sideways bullish price swings on the 2nd, a trade opportunity along support, which I'll get into in the paid version. And there's also a correlation here on the 2nd to a rally along a diagonal trend line, breaking through horizontal resistance to meet another resistance, and then pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels, kind of like on a 1-day kind of scale-ish. That takes us into a peak, a brief peak that's easily missed here on the 3rd. that we decline again through multiple support levels. That period of volatility on the 4th ends with a fast sudden move higher, and it looks like probably a prominent crest towards the end of the day or early in the day on the 5th. Where we're bumping up against resistance, but there's a sharp decline early in the morning, or probably early in the morning on the 5th, a sharp decline that'll stand out on a multi-day chart, taking us into a lowest low there, probably on the 6th is my sense, where we decline from the 5th into the 6th, increasing with momentum as we move into the 6th, into the low. And then out of that low on the 7th, there's a rally that increases with momentum moving forward into the end of the day, where we have a prominent crest or peak, followed by the end of that rally on the 8th, marked by a fast sudden move higher, and then a sharp decline through a diagonal trend line that we were rallying along, increasing with volatility as we move forward in time. Maybe a speaker on the 8th that's highlighted, a speech or a speaker of some kind. On the 9th, there's a crest midday and a decline from there, pretty notable decline into a prominent trough on the 10th. We have a significant decline here, guys, from a crest midday on the 9th into a prominent trough at the end of the day on the 10th. And then at the end of the day on the 10th, out of that trough, there's a really big move, possibly even a breakout there to a crest on the 11th. Crest on the 11th, we sell down to and through a support level from, and then we do a U-shaped reversal below that support level, come back and reuse it as support, taking us into another crest midday on the 12th. And there's a highest high somewhere around, or there's a significant high. This is probably the highest high yet. But there's a prominent crest or peak here towards the early afternoon part of the day on the 12th, a notable decline through multiple support levels, followed by a rally again on the 13th that offers an opportunity to open up a short position. And we'll get into the trade opportunities there in more detail in the paid version. Again, on the 14th, we're bound by the bottom end of a range that's on a multi-day scale. On the 15th, we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance on a multi-day scale, followed by a decline through key support on a multi-day scale. And then there's a key resistance level on the 16th that's highlighted. It's key resistance that's highlighted, and it'll be important because it's like it's a price level that you could technically open, like if you were using options, a straddle around this price level. And make money in both directions based on that price level. A lot of ground is usually covered when you see the, excuse me, the Princess of Swords. And it looks like it's probably pretty bullish into a key resistance level there. We have a prominent crest or peak there on the following day on the 17th in the midst of some sideways rotational on key support. Pretty notable decline somewhere off of that crest or peak, where we increase in bearish momentum out of that, coming out of that sideways rotation on the 17th, and it turns into more like sideways price swings along support on the 18th, and that support is then sideways price swings that take us into a trough on the 19th, and we establish support there. There's a big move to the upside towards the end of the day or towards the following day early in the morning. So like the 19th, 20th, somewhere around the cuffs out of a trough, there's a big move to the upside. It'll stand out on a one-day chart, followed by on the 20th, a decline through multiple support levels. We actually decline through support, meet a second support, bounce around that for a bit, and then break down through multiple supports. The following day, the 21st, a prominent crest is highlighted at a key technical resistance level again. And then we have a notable decline the following day on the 22nd, taking us to possibly a lowest low, but not so likely. It's just a prominent low most likely here. I'm going to get rid of this. I think that lowest low is probably here. That's what my intuition is saying. And this is a prominent low and a good opportunity to get in on a long position, which I'll talk about in more detail here. Big move at the end of the day to the upside. And then somewhere between that big move to the upside at the end of the day and like midday on the 23rd, there's a notable decline. Possibly see another trough or low here on the 23rd, out of which there's a pretty notable rally through like the second half of the day. It doesn't last though, because on the 24th we have another notable decline. This is probably like commodity wide, or maybe stocks included. On the 25th, an unexpected move to the upside out of that decline from the 24th, an unexpected move to the upside to reach a new high or the same highest high. It's either a same highest high or a newer high here at the end of the day on the 25th or on the 23rd. And that high forms when we have we break through resistance, momentarily stay above it, and then we break back down through the same price level into a decline and a trough on the 27th. A lot of decline, a lot of price movement to the downside into this trough on the 27th. Period of volatility continues on the 28th with a sharp dip that'll stand out in that period of volatility, followed by a failed attempt to break through key resistance towards the end of the day on the 28th or on the 29th, a failed attempt to break through key resistance that we would expect to break through. Instead, we decline through support, and then there's a key technical resistance level there on the 30th that's highlighted. Probably it's possible we have another high there, or there's just another prominent crest or peak there. But it's another price level at which point you could do like a straddle or strangle around that price level, and typically you make money around that in the near future in both directions. Sneak preview for May, we have a decline through multiple support. We have a decline that ends with a fast sudden move higher. That's May, guys, and we're going to get into the paid version where we talk about a lot of the trades that we just kind of glazed over in just a second. For those of you who are trading on this information, remember the most important part of the channel is that rule of karma, so make sure to follow the rule of karma. As long as you do that, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions, my friends. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay tuned for the paid version.